Brooks, I need to move on to scheduling.
Can we move on to subject matter jurisdiction that hasn't been proved for the record?
All right, so
can we move on to that?
Mr. Brooks, I really don't want to remove you from the courtroom today.
Did you guys hear the last second or two of that audio? Let's play it again.
Mr. Brooks, I need to move on to scheduling.
Can we move on to subject matter jurisdiction that hasn't been proved for the record?
All right, so
can we move on to that?
Mr. Brooks, I really don't want to remove you from the courtroom today.
All right, actually, you know what? If you still didn't hear it, let's play the last 3 seconds of that.
Can we move on to that?
Mr. Brooks, I really don't want to remove you from the courtroom today.
That little laugh at the back end of Judge Joro's voice says a lot. What's going on, everyone? You're watching Everything Else Channel on YouTube, everythingelschannel.com. If at any point in time you like the video, smash that like button. Please subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, and leave a comment down below. And definitely leave a comment down below, because here, as opposed to other channels where you might see 6 hours of trial footage, we're breaking it down to 1 to 2 seconds. And I think it's noteworthy. I really do. Because a lot of people, you know, they give the judge a B or a C. Some people give her a D. And much to the chagrin of a lot of people, I'm going to go ahead and say what I gave her, which is a 97. Haven't done that in a long time. I know people are going to be up in arms that I mentioned the 97 again, but I haven't done that in probably a month and a half. But there's a lot of people out there that I think give the judge a lower score because of the fact that she just could not handle Darrell Brooks Jr. And I think that little bit of laughter, she wasn't amused at all. I mean, you know, this is a judge that had to have this defendant sent to another courtroom where he could still be heard down the hall, still could terrorize, still could sabotage, still could traumatize. Even though he was behind several walls down a hallway, you know, he was still there. So even sending him away didn't do the trick. And I think that the little bit of laughter, and it wasn't laughter, I think it was just like the release of stress. The desperation of knowing that you have no leverage on an individual who you need to comport himself so that the proceedings can continue. I mean, what did she have over him? What could she use to leverage him? I mean, like with a person like this, who knows he's going to spend the rest of his life in prison, who knows the cameras are always rolling, who knows that even though he's shackled, even though he's deprived of liberty, even though, you know, he has no lawyer, doesn't know what he's doing, is still able to get under the skin of the judge, court staff, the victims, the press, not sue Opper, but the other prosecutors to varying extents, yes. Not sue Opper. You'll notice that during the trial, he very seldom looks to his left, unless Sue's not there. He doesn't care so much about the other two prosecutors. The only issue he had with the male prosecutor was when Erica Patterson came up, the grooming came up. The only issue he had with the other prosecutor was actually when she would giggle or chat, because she was the one out of the three, not Sue. She was the one out of the three that had to be the one, in my opinion, because, you know, the camera doesn't go that way very much, that, you know, would catch Darrell's attention. Maybe she's not a good whisperer. I mean, there's a lot of things to be worse at in life than being a whisperer, so it's not a big deal. One time, Sue got caught with exhibiting. That was it. But his issue with her was that she was not afraid of him. He could not manipulate her. He could not get under her skin. He could not alter the course of her work. And that is why he called her not so bright. That is why he said that she didn't do a good job. That is why he had to make a point, even as he was being sent off to prison for hundreds of years, to get one last dig at Sue Opper. But the judge, this little bit of laughter here would be reason why I think a lot of people are frustrated with her. She did a good job, but a lot of people think she didn't do that great of a job when it came to handling Darrell Brooks Jr. A lot of people think that this trial was a bit of a show trial, and they think that she maybe contributed to it a little bit by not having him gagged, by not having him sent to the other courtroom more, by not laying down the law the way that a judge like a Sue Opera would have done if Sue Opera was a judge. And the constant bringing up of, oh, you know, she just did that so he wouldn't have a successful appeal. Do you realize how difficult it would be to have a successful appeal? Do you realize that over in South Carolina at the Alex Murdaugh trial, a court clerk may very well have contaminated a jury pool by saying, hey, you know, this defendant, watch out for him because he's guilty and he knows how to work a crowd. He knows how to work a jury. He was a personal injury lawyer, made millions of dollars playing on the emotions of people just like you guys. Be careful. And the whole while she's writing a book. And that did not get Alex Murdaugh into trial. I mean, they're still trying, and it really should, because even though he's guilty of sin, you cannot talk. You know, they tell the jurors not to read the newspaper, you know, not to turn the TV on. Well, of course, I would imagine that that would include not being talked to by a court clerk that's got a dog in the race, a big dog in the race called a book, and who is sharing her opinions because she knows the guy on a personal basis. That county's got all 3 lawyers, and he was one of them. His dad was a lawyer. His grandpa was a lawyer. Their pictures hung on the courthouse doors and walls and outside and in monuments. And he still didn't get a new trial. So you honestly think that if Judge Darrell had cut off Darrell Brooks more, sent him to the other courtroom more, had a piece of tape put across his mouth, that that would have brought him about a good appeal? The whole appeal argument, honestly, is something that a lot of people that support the judge and do not want anyone to criticize the judge like to raise all the time as a reason why she put up with as much as she put up with. And a lot of the people that have heard it one too many times are like, look, you don't know what you're talking about. So it's created some sort of a divergent opinion scenario in this realm that we're in. And we're in a realm. We're in a realm 100%, folks. I assure you, here at Everything Else channel on YouTube, I assure you that we are in a realm. This is going to be like the OJ trial, the Robert Blake trial, the Beretta guy. That's what we're in. And it's interesting because I'm starting to see a lot lower scores than a 97. Let me tell you. For all the grief I took for taking off a whole whopping 3 points. There's people that don't even give her a C. There's people that think that she failed. There are people that believe that the fact that she allowed this trial to become somewhat of a circus, even though the outcome was right, but this was on network television, Reddit, Twitter, now X, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Discord. I mean, it was everywhere. And Darrell knew it was everywhere. And a lot of people believe that because the judge allowed this runaway train to become a circus of sorts, that she lost her bid for Supreme Court. I don't know if that's true or not. But it wasn't a good look. And this little clip, this 1.5 second clip, where she laughs, it's not a laugh of humor, it's not a laugh of entertainment, it's a laugh of desperation. And it does not make her look good, at least not in my opinion. I invite you to share your opinion in the comments. And please subscribe, help Everything Else channel on YouTube, or just go to everythingelschannel.com. It'll take you right to this page. You'll want to tell a friend, tell 2, tell 3, say, hey, type in or on your phones, everythingelschannel.com, hit enter, and you'll be at the channel. So please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. If you like the video, smash that like button. But above all else, leave a comment. I want to know what you have to say. And if you disagree with me, that's good too.